Hello, Naz here. You know, my mum used to have a dressing table, and her dressing table wasn't as full of so many things as I have, but she always managed to look amazing. Even if we went shopping, she looked great, and she always smelled wonderful. Here she is. Let me show you a picture. This was taken about 20 years ago, and she's with my gorgeous little niece, looking bubbly and bright and beautiful and happy as any grandma only knows how to be. I would watch her at her dressing table, putting on her creams and lipsticks. This is one of hers. Let me put it on. It's her color. You see, she passed on just over a year ago, and I'm still grieving, and that's okay. Do we actually give ourselves time to grieve? It's not something we talk about. Yeah, well, when we lose a loved one, or we lose a favorite pet, a friend or a member of the family, we're given a spate of grieving time. It's allowed. But then nobody really talks about how to get through it. Nobody talks about how we get past it, or do we ever get past it? Is there a process? Well, there is. And one of the things we're never taught how to do is how to grieve after a relationship, after we break up from somebody we once deeply loved, and that relationship goes sour and breaks up, whether it's with a friend, whether it's with a member of family, or whether it was with your partner or soulmate even. How do we handle that? What are we supposed to do? Well, in my book, Lessons from a Frog Princess, I have a whole chapter about grieving. And I talk about the process. There's a diagram talking about the grief cycle. Let me read you a little excerpt. As I learned to trust the process and express all the buried emotions, I began to let go of all the related negative baggage which I had carried for so many years. In previous relationships, I remember always feeling there was something lacking. This was an indication of my own underlying pain, sadness, and deep down fear. My lack of self-worth and the mountain of suppressed grief had attracted partners that reflected similar lack in their lives. Did you know that? Well, in the chapter I talk about how not only to handle grief, but I give you some steps, some actual exercises that you can do to help you on your road to dealing with that grief. So you can find out more about my book, you can find out more about me on the links I'll leave at the end, and I hope you enjoyed this. Give me a like and a thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon.